Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Kress. I miss you guys. I hope you've been enjoying the activities I've been sending home. This week we are learning about measuring again, and so I have a book about measuring in the garden. It's about the different ways we can measure things. Gardens. Many things grow in gardens, like vegetables, different kinds of plants, maybe flowers. We can help gardens grow. Look at the boys and girls. What are they doing? They're watering the plants. Why are they watering the plants? That's right. Water helps plants grow. How warm? We measure temperature to know when to plant. Do you know what this is? This is a measuring tool. It measures how hot or cold it is outside, measures the temperature. It's called a thermometer. Remember when we talked about the weather each day? We talked about how it felt outside, if it felt hot or warm or cool or cold. We were talking about the temperature, and we could use a thermometer to tell us exactly what the temperature was each day. Plants grow in warm weather. We plant in spring and summer. So that's why a lot of people are planting things right now, because we're in the middle of spring and we're getting warmer weather, which helps the plants grow. How much? Plants grow in soil. Large pots hold more soil, like these pots that are holding the trees, and small pots hold less soil. This is a small pot that could probably hold some small flowers. Plants need water. Some plants need more water, like these water lilies. They actually grow in water. This is like a little pond. They need so much water that they grow in a big body of water. Some plants need less water, like a cactus. A cactus can live in a dry desert. It can live and grow there, so it doesn't need much water to grow. It holds a lot of water inside. Plants need space. Some plants need more space, like big trees, and some plants need less space, like these smaller flowers. They can grow right inside this little box. How tall? Plants can be different sizes. The beans are taller than the lettuce. The lettuce plants are much shorter, much closer to the ground, but the beans grow way high. The red flowers are taller than the white flowers. These red flowers have much taller stems than these little white flowers that are much closer to the ground. They're shorter. How long? Earthworms live in the soil. Earthworms are good for the soil. Earthworms are good for the soil. They actually help plants grow. Which worm is longer? This one or this one? Which worm is shorter? Those are opposites, longer and shorter. How could we figure out which one is longer and which one is shorter? We could line them up. If they were real, we could line them up right next to each other so the ends were at the same place and see which one went farther. But you can kind of tell just by looking that this worm looks a lot longer than this little worm. How heavy? Some gardens have rocks. Rocks can be small and light, like these little tiny rocks. There are lots of them, but they're very small. And rocks can be big and heavy, like these giant rocks. Gardens everywhere. This garden is on a wall. All the plants are hanging on the wall. This garden is on a roof, way up high. Planting seeds. Plants need space to grow. We talked about how some plants need more space, others need less space. Use your hand to measure a space between each seed or plant. So when you're planting a garden, you have to make sure you space out the plants so they have enough room to grow. And did you know that your hand could be a tool in measuring? Yeah, you could just use your fingers spread out. So in the next video, I am going to be doing an activity with you where we experiment with how much different containers can hold, how much things can hold. That's called capacity. We're going to measure capacity. So I hope you come back to watch the next video. Bye, boys and girls.